The center of the roadway is marked with one solid yellow line and one broken yellow line. If the broken yellow line is directly next to your traffic lane, it means A. You are not allowed to pass in this area. B. You are in a passing zone and it is safe for you to pass other vehicles on the left if no oncoming traffic is present. C. You are only allowed to make right turns in this area. If oncoming headlights are blinding you while you are driving at night, you should A. Look toward the right edge of the road. B. Switch your lights to high beams. C. Turn your lights on and off. A. Look toward the right edge of the road. If the headlights of an oncoming vehicle are blinding, glance toward the right edge of the road instead of looking directly ahead. This should keep your vehicle safely on the road until you pass the oncoming vehicle. Should you always drive more slowly than other traffic? A. No, you can block traffic when you drive too slowly. B. Yes, it is a good defensive driving technique. C. Yes, it is always safer than driving faster than other traffic. A. No, you can block traffic when you drive too slowly. You must drive more slowly than usual when there is heavy traffic or bad weather. However, if you block the normal and reasonable movement of traffic by driving too slowly, you may be cited. Before you enter an intersection, you should look to your A. Left, your right, then your left again. B. Right. C. Left.
Want to ace your DMV test? Click on the link below and get your guaranteed cheat sheet.
At a railroad crossing, you must A. Watch for vehicles that must stop at all railroad crossings, school buses, trucks carrying hazardous materials, etc. B. Watch for multiple trains. C. Both of the above. C. Both of the above. You must approach all railroad crossings with extreme caution and cross only when you know that no train is coming from either direction. Be aware of vehicles that must stop at all railroad crossings, such as school buses and trucks carrying hazardous materials. At intersections with a yield sign, you must A. Yield the right-of-way to cross traffic that is near enough to cause conflict. B. Yield the right-of-way only to vehicles on your right. C. Always slow down and proceed without stopping. A. Yield the right-of-way to cross traffic that is near enough to cause conflict. At a yield sign, you must slow down or stop, if necessary, and give the right-of-way to crossing or merging vehicles. Yield the right-of-way to any cross traffic that is close enough to cause conflict. Your license will A. Expire on your birthday. B. Never expire. C. Renew automatically. A. Expire on your birthday. Your license will expire on your birthday. At least 30 days prior to the expiration of your license, the Division of Vehicles will mail either a notice of expiration or a renewal application to your home address. A flashing red traffic light at an intersection means A. The same thing as a yield sign. B. The light is about to turn green. C. The same thing as a stop sign. C. The same thing as a stop sign. A flashing red light at an intersection means drivers are required to come to a complete stop, yield to traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when the way is clear. The same is true at a stop sign. If it feels like your tires have lost contact with the surface of the road, you should A. Slow down by shifting into a lower gear. B. Ease your foot off the gas pedal. C. Slow down by pumping the brakes quickly and firmly. B. Ease your foot off the gas pedal. If it feels like your tires have lost contact with the surface of the road, you should ease your foot off the gas pedal and stay off the brakes. Do not try to stop or turn until your tires are gripping the road again. When parking next to a curb, you should use your turn signals. A. Only when pulling away from the curb. B. When pulling next to, but not away from, the curb. C. When pulling next to or away from the curb. C. When pulling next to or away from the curb. Drivers should signal when pulling next to a curb or away from a curb. When passing a row of parked vehicles, you should A. Be prepared for a person or vehicle to unexpectedly enter your lane. B. Expect all other drivers and pedestrians to respect your right-of-way. C. Drive closely to the parked vehicles to allow more room for moving traffic. A. Be prepared for a person or vehicle to unexpectedly enter your lane. Keep a space between your vehicle and parked vehicles. A person may step out of a parked vehicle or out from between the parked vehicles without looking. A driver may begin moving their vehicle before realizing you are there. Interstate driving requires drivers to A. Have the ability to safely drive at increased speeds. B. Be constantly alert. C. Both of the above. C. Both of the above. Safe use of the interstate demands drivers be constantly alert and capable of driving at high speeds. If your vehicle has an anti-lock braking system (ABS) and you need to stop quickly, you should A. Firmly press the brake pedal and hold. B. Pump the brake pedal. C. Gradually press the brake pedal. A. Firmly press the brake pedal and hold. If your vehicle has an anti-lock braking system (ABS) and you need to stop quickly, press on the brake pedal as hard as you can and hold. ABS will pump the brakes at a fast rate. Do not release the brake pedal as the ABS will only work when the brake pedal is pushed down fully. If a truck or bus is making a right turn where you also need to make a right turn, you should A. Quickly turn before the truck or bus is able to. B. Wait until the truck or bus turns before you turn. C. Squeeze between the truck or bus and the curb. B. Wait until the truck or bus turns before you turn. If you try to insert your vehicle between a turning truck or bus and a curb, you may suffer a serious crash. To avoid a collision, do not turn until the truck or bus has completed its turn. Temporary signs used in construction and maintenance work areas. A. Have a red background with green writing. B. Have an orange background with black writing. C. Have a yellow background with blue writing. B. Have an orange background with black writing. All temporary signs in work zones have orange backgrounds with black writing and/or symbols. At a crosswalk. A. You must yield to pedestrians. B. Pedestrians must yield to you. C. Construction workers must yield to you. A. You must yield to pedestrians. Pedestrians have the right of way at street crossings but must obey traffic control signals. Where a traffic signal is not present, vehicles must stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk, whether it is marked or unmarked. Streets and highways are most slippery. A. When it has been raining hard for several hours. B. When they are clean and dry. C. Just after it starts to rain. C. Just after it starts to rain. Driving during the first half hour of rainfall is dangerous because roadways become extremely slippery when the water mixes with oil and other chemicals on the road surfaces that have not yet washed away. Use extra caution when driving on slippery roads. This sign means A. Yield sign ahead. B. Side road entering from left. C. Stop sign ahead. A. Yield sign ahead. This sign indicates that there is a yield sign ahead. You should begin to slow down when you see this warning sign. At a red traffic light with a green arrow, you may proceed in the direction of the arrow if A. You first come to a complete stop. B. You wait until the light changes. C. You are in the proper lane and the roadway is clear. C. You are in the proper lane and the roadway is clear. If you are in a lane corresponding to a signal displaying a green arrow, you may proceed in the direction of the arrow when the way is clear. This is true whether the arrow is displayed alone or together with another signal. When driving in fog, you should A. Use your high beam headlights. B. Use your parking lights. C. Use your low beam headlights. C. Use your low beam headlights. Drivers should use low beam headlights when driving in fog. High beams will reflect back at the driver, making it difficult to see. What does this road sign indicate? A. Directions for children. B. School zone ahead. C. Playground area ahead. B. School zone ahead. Pentagonal signs indicate that you are in or are approaching a school zone and/or school crossing. Be aware of children when driving near a school zone and follow posted speed limits. What does this road sign mean? A. Be ready to merge with traffic entering your lane. B. Always stop. C. Divided highway ahead. A. Be ready to merge with traffic entering your lane. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. This sign warns that merging traffic will be entering from the right, so drivers should prepare to allow the incoming traffic to safely merge. When changing lanes, identify a 2 to 3 second gap in traffic. B. 3 to 4 second gap in traffic. C. 4 to 5 second gap in traffic. C. 4 to 5 second gap in traffic. Prior to changing lanes, you must check for existing traffic in the lane you want to enter. Identify a 4 to 5 second gap in traffic, activate your turn signal, and check your blind spot in the direction of the lane change. Adjust your speed and steer into the next lane. Be aware of other vehicles trying to enter the same lane. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means you should A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Come to a complete stop as quickly as possible. C. Stop and proceed only when the intersection is clear. A. Slow down and proceed with caution. When encountering a flashing yellow light at an intersection, you should slow down and proceed with caution. You do not need to come to a complete stop when approaching a flashing yellow light. This road sign means A. Flagger ahead. B. Turn left at the intersection. C. Last turn before a toll road. A. Flagger ahead. Orange is the standard color for work zone activity. If you see orange signs, cones, or barrels while driving, stay alert and be prepared for unexpected driving conditions. This sign alerts drivers to an upcoming flagger whose directions should be obeyed by all drivers.